Pornography's definition by Brittanica is really cool. That pornography is the representation of sexual behavior in books, pictures, statues, films, and other media that is intended to cause sexual excitement. According to Fight, the new drug, pornography is increasingly normalized, not only because it's easier to access, but because of the lack of information people have on the negative and harmful effects associated with the compulsion and sometimes addiction. Truth be said, porn can be difficult to quit. Studies agree that pornography can change the brain, affect the brain like a drug, contribute to unhealthy cycle of stress, impact mental health, and fuel loneliness. And many young people are struggling with pornography, and many of them have been doing that for years and they just can't get over it. Emma's story is a good one. Her story of overcoming struggles with pornography, shame, and self-worth is a lesson to many people, especially young people. Emma is a lady that struggled with pornography for much of her youth. Her story shows that pornography is an everyone issue, not just a guy issue.
I think I was about 11 when I first stumbled across pornography. I think it was a video. I don't remember what it was, but what I do remember, and I still vividly remember, is I had the most disgusting pit feeling from day one. Something in my brain just changed. And so when I think about myself and how young I was when I first got into it, it's honestly so sad to me. And I look at pictures of myself when I was that age and I'm like, what was I honestly don't know what was going through my brain. I just remember the most sad feeling when I watched it for the first time. I definitely felt like my porn consumption was out of control. Because it started getting to the point where I wouldn't even want to watch it and I hated it, but I felt like I had to, and that urge doesn't go away until you do it kind of thing. And so I would say it got out of control by the time that I was honestly 12. I think there were times when I would watch pornography multiple times a day. I had an experience where a mentor of mine came to talk to a group of us girls, and she told us, I know you girls don't struggle with this because it's what boys struggle with. If you ever are seriously dating a guy or engaged or even married, make sure that they have never struggled with pornography or aren't. And she's like, and if they have struggled with pornography or are currently struggling, you definitely want to rethink your choice of husband. I just remember thinking, okay, so no one's ever gonna love me or for something that I've had a problem with. What can I do to make people attracted to me? It just made me feel very, worthless. And I think that's where a lot of my shame stemmed from, is knowing that no one would ever want me in that way. I have lasting effects from hearing that, because that's the perfect way to tell a 12-year-old girl that she's never gonna ever find love.
The worst thing these young people can get from society is judgment. Many young people get judged every day because of what they do and where they are in life. They get judged every day. People judge them, especially grown-ups and even friends. They judge them for what they do and what they struggle with. And this really breaks them down and makes them feel like they are useless and they can't add up to anything. Many of these young people have given up with life, while some have even gone to an extent of committing suicide. What a tragedy.
Pornography really normalized sexual abuse in my brain. And what's interesting is I didn't even know that it was not okay, and I didn't even know that it was bad until afterwards, when I really thought about it and talked about it. So many girls and boys are watching pornography and not realizing what consent is and allowing these things to happen to them. I am so much better now. Like, it's so amazing, like how far I think I've come. I'm really proud of how much work I've put into getting better. So I wouldn't say I'm recovered, but I would say that I am able to say no now. There was one time in the whole 7 years that I had the urge and said no to it. Every other bajillion time or thousands of times that I had the urge, I gave in because you can't help it. But now I am able to say no to it, and that's such a cool, powerful thing that I'm able to resist it now and just know my worth and know that I don't have to be like consumed by this anymore. I'm so much better now, and I'm so much happier. My life is so much better. I always appreciate, like, every single day now. I'm like, I can't believe that I go to like the best school ever, and I'm doing like the coolest thing with my career, and I have the coolest friends, and like my life is just so much happier now. And it took a long time to get here, but I definitely made it here, so super cool.
Young people don't need judgment. They don't need to be judged for what they do or what they are struggling with. Whatever it is that they are struggling with, be it pornography, be it alcoholism, be it drugs and other addictions, among other things, they need people who can embrace them. They need people who can love them just the way they are. They need people who can tell them, yes, you did it. You did it, but you can do better. They need people who can tell them, it is not what you did, it is who you are that matters. That you are a good person, that you can be better, that you are just going through a process, and that you are coming out strong. And you are coming out with a testimony from the test. They need people who can support their ideas, their feelings, and even give them advice that is in line with who they are and what they want to accomplish in life. That's the kind of people that young people are looking for. They don't need people who will look with the eye of judgment. People will tell them that they are failures, that they are so dirty. They need people who will tell them that they belong to the family. And here at the Family Forum, that is what we are up and about. Embracing you and loving you and telling you that you are welcome to the table, that there is a place for you at the table. We are family, that there is a place for you and that you need to come and have your place because it's vacant and waiting for you. Young people need people who will tell them they matter. And so it's time to stand up for everyone who is going through this. We are in this together. You're not alone. Welcome to the family.